international team of advisors providing community and regional sustainable development strategies and consulting services to clients across sectors and globally through various education and training programs, assessments and planning strategies. A visionary social entrepreneur with a real love of fostering community spirit, Mr. Westcott founded a local arts and music festival in southern Sweden, which earned him the honour of a place on the City Wall of Fame and the key to the city. He has founded several community organisations, has served on several boards of non-profit organisations, was invited to attend the prestigious Tallberg Forum of New Leads programme, and was recognised as one of Pittsburgh's 50 finalists. He is also a frequent lecturer to universities, colleges and professional groups. A man of action, he has played American football and rugby, enjoys hiking, climbing, squash, badminton and surfing. He is also a veteran of the US Marine Corps with the Field Military Police. He developed his singing abilities during his high school years, a high school which invested heavily in the performing arts. One of his fellow students is the pop star Pink. He is an accomplished classical vocalist, having performed at prestigious venues around the world, alongside such artists as Bobby McFerrin and Yo-Yo Ma, with top orchestras and under the direction of leading conductors. We are very privileged to have Mr. Sean Westcott speaking to us tonight, and we very much look forward to hearing his account of sustainability. Society is facing a global sustainability challenge as a result of globalization, industrialization, rapid population growth, mismanagement of natural resources, and overuse of fossil fuels. This has resulted in significant environmental damage, exacerbated poverty, public health changes, mass extinction of species, and rising sea levels. In an increasingly interdependent world, the sustainability challenges, often seen on a local level, have impact on all of us. Solutions require us all to address sustainability changes with a global perspective. We are excited to hear you explain these issues in detail and identify ways in which we can be part of the solution. Welcome, Mr. Westcott.
After that introduction, we won't have any more time for the lecture, so I apologize for giving you so many things to read. But wonderful job, thank you so much. Thank you so much to the faculty and staff for having me, and especially warmly to Anya and to Dr. Mrs. Morgan for having me here, inviting me to Isle of Man. It's been really wonderful to be here so far, and I've met a lot of you already, so I appreciate it. Thank you very much to your principal and his wife for hosting as well. And so a big warm thank you to all of you for having me here. Hopefully you had a chance to read this quote that's up in front of you. It's a thing called the Earth Charter, which was written about a decade ago. And it's basically a UN effort to create a global compact, a constitution, if you will, for how we live on Earth together. And the Earth Charter was, as you see here, a very wordy, verbose document saying how it is that we should meet the needs of ourselves and society while living under a certain level, a certain degree of principles. And I put this here just as for something for you to take in, to get your mind ready for today's discussion. As has been mentioned, I'll be discussing sustainability, which is a field that I work in. No doubt there is, everyone has heard this word before. You may have a very clear idea of what it is. You may have a less than clear idea of what it is. For some of you in our class this morning, you may have a confused idea of what it is. But nonetheless, it's a field that has taken on, or a term that's taken on a great deal of importance, at least the notoriety in the news sources over the last couple of years now. And it's a field in which I work. Today we'll be going over what exactly sustainability means, how it is that we define sustainability, some of the key terms that you've heard but may not know what they mean, or may hear conflicting reports about what they mean. I've already been challenged by a few students today on the meaning of climate change and whether it exists. So we'll be going over some of these issues today. And the idea is to look at what it is that causes unsustainability. How do we connect the various things that are unsustainable and think about them strategically? How do we connect the different indicators that are unsustainability using a systems perspective, making connections? And after we've done that, we'll look at some of the innovations that are happening and some of the leadership challenges that we as a society face in getting some of these innovations brought to scale. So that's what I hope to talk with you about today. And I welcome you to open your ears and your minds. So as has been mentioned, or as you can hear from my voice, I'm American. I also hold an Irish passport, so I'm Irish and American, I suppose. But I live in Sweden. And I know in talking with the class earlier today, there are a lot of us who might be from one place but have lived in another place. There's this whole term of global nomads, third generation kids. I'm one of those where my heart and my mind are in many different places and my body is physically in a new place as well. So it gives us an interesting perspective as people who have lived in different places and have been exposed to different cultures and different experiences. And as students here, you're very much systems thinkers, which we'll describe what that is in a few minutes, but you have an idea of what happens in one place, its effect on another place. If you're an American sitting here